I'm Kristen Roque with K. Roque Design, and we're here in Federal Heights, Salt Lake City, Utah. It's a notable neighborhood, esteemed neighborhood, beautiful older homes dating from different eras and different styles. And we had the good fortune of working on this home, which is so handsome and sited beautifully on the corner lot, kind of a four-square prairie style home. The home was just a complete gut, and so it was more or less a clean slate. My inspirations for design in this home were high contrast, minimalism, and just ease of living. So letting a lot of light in and using different textural elements for warmth. Color palette felt very classic and like you could do anything with it. So it's a kind of home where if you decide you want to switch out pillows and you want to go season to season or a new direction at any point, you can pull it in and pull it out and still have it work. Well, the living room, it's really straightforward, and especially in regard to seating, it just made sense. I think it's good to balance, pieces of furniture. I would say a tip for people in similar spaces is you want a space to feel kind of evenly weighted or distributed. So little punches of color, artful, loosely undecorated kind of fabrics, and cheerful colors just really animate the space. And the fireplace was an accident. The tile came off and we were unresolved about direction, and it ended up just being this really cool textural thing and kind of a deconstructed design element, which is another nice little surprise. So being available and flexible to what reveals itself as you're moving through design, I think is great. The dining room has great light. For a square-ish shaped room, having a round table is really flexible and agreeable. And another tip that I would advise people is to not use too tall of chairs around their table because it just shuts down the room. In the backdrop, we have two cabinets that were custom made by Carriage House, and we've got reverse bevel reveal, so it's really tight. Like the drawer comes in with almost a zero reveal, so that's kind of a fun, nuanced surprise. I think skeleton of this home is the stair, and keeping the stair open and glass on either side just really gives it this transparency and a little bit of magic, and also opens up the whole. So the kitchen space, the design directive was to keep it clean and modern and kind of minimalist, and also have contrast of materials and the contrast of black and white. The bar area, decidedly departing on finish and color. For that, kind of makes it its own moment. Kind of frees up the kitchen a little bit too, so it kind of acts like a destination. And then I used a smoke gray mirror to just add a little sexy into it, especially contrast with the white epoxy floors and high gloss white cabinetry. So lots of kind of this Italian feeling, classic, clean, modern aesthetic. The great room sitting areas, in any home, that's like the heart of the home. So this was kind of a fun space. It's really well proportioned spatially. I think there was a lot of consideration in how things laid out and how they were going to use it. And the back wall elevation, we had talked about doing trapezoidal sintered ceramic and working out details on how that was going to come together. The hidden door to the mudroom and the back of the house is, access from the garage. And we also have a hidden door for the pantry as well. So I think those kind of elements that are just like quiet and kind of surprising makes it fun and interesting. The bathrooms were not a lot of precious materials. I think we've got some marble in the master and some other things, but most of the surfaces are very hard-wearing, durable. It looks like a show house, but it performs. So the bathrooms are all really neutral and light. I think making the decision to have a wall-hung toilet in the upstairs bath, the square footage there is just a postage stamp. And so being able to keep full functioning, full bathroom in that footprint, that was kind of an exciting enterprise. Using trough drains, having openness in the shower, again, speaking to that thread of transparency and openness and kind of a clean, elegant backdrop. The yards in this neighborhood and the landscaping is just exquisite. So being able to invite nature in and have all of that beauty and contemplate it from different vantage points, I think is delightful and probably really enriches the living experience in this home. I think when working on a house and incorporating feedback from your clients is really critical, and really listening to them and then taking it that step further. So the finish elements, which is often the smallest piece of the puzzle and usually requires the least amount of investment, time and energy, sometimes can be the most dynamic, and it really can finish a space. We often can get caught up in the architecture and kind of the bones of something and the systems of something. And when you really think about those nuanced elements, there's a lot of magic in that. And it really can take a space from good and great to just amazing and memorable.